Kredit Pintar. Das ist ein Darlehensanbahner von Mintos, der hauptsächlich in Indonesien operiert. Und ja, wie ihr seht, ist der Verkehr hier ziemlich chaotisch und ich bin schon echt gespannt, was mich erwartet. Und vor allem den Unterschied zu Wax zu sehen, wo ich ja war ich da im Juni, wo ich die in Armenien besucht habe. Und mal schauen, wie die hier so arbeiten. Bis gleich. Third floor?
Yes.
So, wir stehen jetzt hier mit Boan. Boan kennt ihr vielleicht noch von der Peer-to-Peer-Konferenz, an der ich da war. Mit ihm waren wir zusammen auf der Bühne und hatten ein Diskussionspanel mit anderen Darlehensanbahnern. And yeah, Boan, maybe you can introduce yourself. What are you doing at Kredit Pintar?
Yeah. Hi everyone, my name is Boan Shanipar. I'm a vice president here at Kredit Pintar Indonesia. I handle a lot of external partnerships, so partnership, for example, with Mintos or with some other funding partners, local or international, help them out as well, and other needs that need to be taken care of here in Jakarta. So thank you, Lars, for visiting. Happy to have you guys here in our office and hopefully show you a little bit about how we do business here in Indonesia. Let's come on in, see if we can get this open. All right. So here's the front lobby of our office. Again, we are named Kredit Pintar, but soon, maybe within 1 or 2 months, we'll be renamed to Atomi. The reason why we do rebranding is because we have launched in a few different markets. So I think even on the Mintos platform as well, some of our other markets will come online, hopefully soon, like Philippines or Vietnam as well. But Indonesia is our home base, and we love Kredit Pintar. But Kredit Pintar is an Indonesian name, so that's why we use Atomi. It comes from the word atom, so something small, like giving small credit can make a big difference for somebody's lives. So you can see this is the logo here. It's kind of like an A with a smiley face. And I'll bring you down this way. Once you enter the area, you can see some of the awards that we won and maybe our ISO certification. So we have ISO 27001 from 2013. It's a requirement from the Indonesian Financial Services Authority. It's a challenge, but I'm very happy that we're able to get it.
But I think everyone has to get it right to start loans.
In Indonesia, correct. There you go. So even large loans. Here's a couple of our meeting rooms. We name them after the city or the country. So for example, Jakarta, this is our biggest one because it's our first and loved market. Our second meeting room is Vietnam, because we launched in Vietnam as well. So these are kind of the smaller meeting rooms here on the side. And maybe if they're empty later, I can show you over there. Philippines was our second market that we launched. And again, in Philippines, Vietnam, we use the name Atomi, where we'll have that on there. So coming on here, we have a couple even further smaller meeting rooms. These are mainly for like roundtable discussions. Here you see some of our HR and general affairs people working really hard, trying to recruit some of the best talent that there is in Indonesia, and making sure everything is running smoothly. You walk over here, there's some of these individual phone booths. So this is where we take calls, either local calls or even international calls as well for conferencing. So yeah, it's a comfortable chair. Sometimes if you have a long call for like half an hour, 30 minutes.
I have it in my home.
You have the same chair?
From IKEA.
IKEA, yeah. So it's a good chair. It's a good chair. Let's go in the IT room. So again, for ISO, IT is separated, and we can come in here. I'll show you some of our. Come inside. This is our IT guy, and then this is our data center. Our server is here. If you want to come in here. So again, everything is very compliant with the Indonesian regulations. We keep the data locally, and it's very secure as well, along with all the business continuity plans.
So do you plan to put it in the cloud for maybe on Amazon or something like that?
Yes, we do use Indonet as one of our main clouds. Indonet is in partnership with Alibaba.
Okay.
Yes, but Amazon, they don't have a data server here, so it's not complying with the local regulations. And then if you go here, this is some of our senior management sits. Hello, Miss Mary. You want to say hi to some of our German friends?
Hi.
Hello. Miss Mary here is one of our executive directors, and this is Lars, who's came from Germany yesterday.
Nice to meet you. Welcome to
famous
Jakarta. Welcome to Kredit Pintar. Nice to have you guys here.
And then if you move on here, here's some of the marketing table. Here's our marketing head, Richard. Hello. And we can see some of the designers here working on some cool designs. Let's check out Hey Shanice, what are you working on? Working on some content?
Yeah.
So you can see she's making some advertisements.
For online ads, yeah.
For online ads, correct.
Yeah.
Online and even offline ads. So this says, you want to buy your dream item, and then you can do installments up to 20 million rupiah, or about 2,000 Sing. We also have Nisa here making some videos. You want to show her what you're working on?
This is ads for Facebook and Google.
Facebook and Google ads.
Yeah, showing how it's easy to apply in our company.
Yeah. So it's very exciting. Again, on our office, we're on the 53rd floor, so it's quite high. You can see a good view of the SCBD area, Sudirman Central Business District.
Yeah.
And you can see the stock exchange is that building over there, so not too far out from the heart of the financial center. If you come on over this way, we have some of our e-commerce partnership teams here. And those are also some of the partnership team there in those tables, and some of the rest and business intelligence as well. So this is personally where I sit. This is my table. This is Aji, and this is Nisa. If we move on over here, here's a little pantry. So we provide lunch and dinner for all our employees. It's like a box lunch of traditional Indonesian food. We have some snacks as well. Let me see if there's. Usually this should be filled up with snacks. Coffee machine. No, it's empty. But yeah, there's a lot of snacks usually that people do. They take the chips, they take the chocolate, the wafers.
Do you have regular working hours? And
So we have some stated working hours, about 9 to 6, but then it's more or less, be responsible, right? So if you finish your work, you go home maybe, but if you haven't finished your work, maybe stay a little late to finish it up.
because we talked about in the car, you cannot predict when you are here because of the traffic.
The traffic is just, exactly, it's very unpredictable. So usually we do have a little understanding of, of people being in the office and making sure they get the work done, right? So I think we're very performance driven instead of just, absence driven, if that makes sense.
Oh. And it's very quiet here, so nobody's calling. If someone has to call, he has to go in one of the booths or in...
Yes. So if somebody calls, they usually go in one of the booths. But then again, our customer service and call center is located in a different office because it's very customer heavy.
Yeah.
So we went on this way.
But we will see it later.
Yeah, let's hopefully maybe you can try bringing it on later. One of our collections or call centers. This is our quality assurance people, so they listen to the calls from our customer service and our collection centers to ensure that people are doing a proper job, people aren't misusing information or saying false things. Mm-hmm. So this new office just got completed this week. Again, you can see there's more meeting rooms here. Again, we're a growing company, so I think this should be able to add another 100 people or so here. Another meeting room here. Hopefully, I think we want to move in maybe end of this week or next week. We're still not deciding who gets to move here. It's a bit nicer, newer. And here are some of the director rooms. I think this morning we had an interview in one of them. So the directors get to sit here. And again, it's just hopefully a nice new view. The brand new smell. Yeah. You can see here the view. It's just great. You get to see some of the city, the contrast of the housing, the high rises. You can see they're trying to complete this mall where there's a car down there. So you can see there's like parks and there's a swimming pool. Trying to complete that, but I don't think it's open yet.
And I heard you had an earthquake here a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
How feels it in the 53rd floor?
Yeah, I think it's definitely scary, but I think hopefully the building's engineers are good enough that it's safe. And I think we need to make sure we have the proper emergency evacuation plans in place for any event, whether it's earthquake, whether it's fire or flooding, and whatnot. So if we go on this way, there's a couple more rooms I'll show you.
Okay.
That we have here inside the office.
So just to understand the growth of the company, how many people you onboard maybe per week?
So let's say on an average weekly basis, we may be on board about, I would say 10 to 20 employees on a weekly basis. So again, on a month, it could be maybe anywhere between, 30 to maybe 80 employees. And again, that's across all functions, including customer service, collections, some of the people sitting here, marketing, legal, HR, all that stuff.
So you're growing faster than Mintos.
At the moment, but again, we're hoping that we find good quality people as well. So it's not only about who we get, but it's want to make sure they get the quality as well. This is our finance room. You can see our finance people. They do some stuff in here. I don't think we can go in because I think it's a lot of sensitive information, if that's okay. But they have the financial modeling, financial projections, the reports, etc. I think this will be an empty. This I think HR will move here as well. So you can see here, HR already started moving some stuff in today. There's a lot of forms in those orange binders. Oh, it's open. You can come in here and see. Then the HR team will do some recruitment, maybe payroll, salary, and slips and all that stuff in here as well. And again, they get the view of the city, get to see what's out there.
I think most of the people in Germany have wrong thoughts about Jakarta. They don't see it as a big city or such a developed city.
Yeah, Jakarta, I think is developed again compared to a lot of underdeveloped parts of Indonesia. Jakarta is very developed as a city. The population I think is almost between 20 to 30 million people, so it's very overcrowded. And I think the president just announced last week that they want to move the capital city to Kalimantan. So again, it'll be interesting to see that. I think that's still happen in 4 or 5 years, but again, we'll see what happens in 4 or 5 years in terms of how the city will look like. If the sky rises still go up, or if construction slows down and office space becomes more available, as maybe some companies relocate to the capital city if they needed to. But I'm pretty sure Jakarta will still be the financial city.
Yeah. And again, the president changed the capital to stop the growth of Jakarta?
I think it's because Jakarta cannot accommodate the growth and the current size of the city. So I think with the new capital, a lot of countries have done it, right? If it can be just better planned and hopefully just take off some of the pressure and the burden of Jakarta itself with the big population, a lot of migration coming here.
And as I understood, Kalimantan is a very small city compared to Jakarta, and they will build new infrastructure.
Correct.
And everything.
Correct. So everything is supposed to be from scratch. I think, as my understanding, the place, it's the plot of land, it's all forest. So they will maybe cut it down, but hopefully build everything properly, infrastructure, like underground cables, the underground piping, the water, the roads, the pavement, the buildings. So hopefully everything will be laid out much better. Because I think Indonesia, Jakarta, again, it adjusts as it grows, but then again, it's not the ideal city for maybe 20 to 30 million people. As you experience yourself, the traffic jams, right?
Of course.
Very crowded.
But on the other side, it's not maybe not the right decision to cut down the forest from Indonesia.
Agree. I think it's tough, right? Because you want to have a good landmass, but then also understand how that happens, the effect on the forest and the environment. But hopefully they can find the right balance, I hope, in terms of they just use what they need and maybe even keep some greenery in there, how you incorporate the government into the greenery there. Yeah. Okay. So this is again the short office tour. Maybe we'll try to stop by one of the other offices later. But this is our main office of Kredit Pintar, soon to be Atomi. And again, thank you for visiting us.
Thank you too.
All right. We just arrived in the Indonesian Stock Exchange, located in the SCBD area of Jakarta. We're currently entering the museum part. Explains a little bit about the financial history of Indonesia. You can see here that they have some explanations of why, like for example, the prices of money go down and inflation. You can see some of the historical objects here, the history of all that stuff here. There's even a quote about Bill Gates over there. English. Let's go over here. Inside here is kind of the main trading floor here. It's a bit dark. Maybe there's going to be some events, but inside here, maybe they close the curtain. There's the main trading floor. But again, nowadays trading is not done like by shouting, but a lot of it is done online and electronically. Always invest for the long term. Warren Buffett. So here, this is 1 juta, means they have 1 million plus investors in stocks in Indonesia. So still a very small amount. Indonesia population is about almost 270 million, only 1 million of them invest in stocks. You can see the tickers of the IDX. This is Indonesian media.
Das war die Office-Tour bei Kredit Pintar. Und was ihr hier seht, ist nicht Jakarta, sondern das taiwanesische Taipei, wo ich mich jetzt gerade noch befinde. Und ja, jetzt bin ich mal auf eure Meinungen gespannt, was Kredit Pintar angeht, was ihr so von den Eindrücken haltet von den ersten. Und es war jetzt auch mal echt spannend, den Vergleich zu sehen zu VAX in Armenien, wo ja alles mehr oder weniger offline läuft. Und die machen hier alles komplett online. Ja, schreibt mir mal in die Kommentare, was ihr so davon haltet. Und wer jetzt noch nicht genug hat von Jakarta, der kann noch ein bisschen dranbleiben. Der Peer-to-Peer-Teil ist jetzt zu Ende, aber ich blende euch jetzt noch ein paar Szenen ein von meiner Zeit dort mit dem Kredit Pintar-Team. Wir waren noch ein bisschen in der Stadt, und damit ihr auch mal einen Eindruck von den Leuten bekommt und wo ihr da genau investiert. Also wenn du Bock hast darauf, dann bleib gerne dran. Ansonsten lass mir auf jeden Fall ein Abo für den Kanal da, und als nächstes gibt es das Interview mit dem CEO zu sehen, dessen Namen ich leider nicht aussprechen kann. Aber das gibt auf jeden Fall nochmal ganz coole Informationen und Hintergründe zu Kredit Pintar. Bis zum nächsten Mal.
That's no good. enggak. Bisa dari sana aja dari sana. Hah? Ya udah terserah.
Dia kirim ah, napapot ko ako. Nata ko ba?
The symbol of Jakarta, right?
Symbol of Jakarta, ondel-ondel. Okay.
It's like the Merlion in Singapore.
What?
It's like the Merlion, the lion in Singapore.
Satu dapatnya dua.
Goceng tuh.
Yang kemarin saya mau cari yang di Bekal tuh. Yang
Lagi. Saya mau cari pulpen.